So Cathie Woods just sent out a warning about Nvidia, and let's go ahead and talk about it. So this is an article from Market Watch. You guys let me know down in the comment section. I love to have these conversations with you guys because it lets us kind of like think out loud and share our opinions. First off, Cathie Woods has missed this entire like Nvidia rally, right? She was a really she was invested in Nvidia and then ended up liquidating some of her shares. So in 2024, she's missed this overall rally, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But I found what this article shared to be pretty unique, and this is why I'm making this video. So pretty much her concern is that Nvidia is producing too many chips. So without an explosion in software revenue to justify the overbuilding of graphic processing unit capacity, we would not be surprised to see a pause in spending. Pretty much that they are overbuilding and they are overproducing, and that she wouldn't be surprised if Nvidia will then have to pause spending in this area. So compounding a correction in excess inventory, meaning that if Nvidia continues this, that they're going to have an oversupply of inventory, particularly among the cloud customers that account for more than half of Nvidia's data center sales. So pretty much saying that half of the overall revenue is based off of cloud customers, which make up over half of Nvidia's data center sales. The thing that I found to be really interesting about that is that the way that she talks about how this compares to Cisco in the .com era. So long term, unlike the history of Cisco, competition could intensify. Not only AMD is finding success, which AMD is one of Nvidia's competitors, is finding success, but also because Nvidia's customers, cloud service providers, and companies like Tesla are designing their own AI chips. I think that's kind of an interesting thing to be aware of, is that, okay, well, why would Nvidia continue to overproduce chips and overspend? They're trying to front load, right? And if the demand doesn't end up following up, then maybe we can see what she is forecasting, right? Where Nvidia will have to reduce or cut spending, and they will have to manage with their current inventory of all the chips that they're producing. So Cathie Woods famously missed the rally of Nvidia, selling her stake at the highs of 772,884,000 shares. Oh, I'm sorry. So at the highs of 772,884 shares in flagship ARK Innovation ETF ARKK over the past 2 months, ending in 2023 of January. Around the same time that ChatGPT was launched. This would be worth $685 million using Nvidia's close price on Wednesday, or roughly 6 times what was received by ARK by selling during the time the selling time of that time frame. So pretty much what they're saying is that Cathie Woods does not have the best track record with Nvidia. The ARK Innovation ETF is down 4% this year, while Nvidia is up 85%. And there's no question, like, that is a blow to her potential credibility of her opinion, right? If you look at Nvidia and you look at just, the past performance in the past year, from January of 2023, from lows of 153 to highs of nearly 1,000, she's missed out on an enormous rally. And even in 2024, Nvidia is up 85%, which is absolutely insane. And ARK investment is down 4% on the given year. So the thing that I found to be really interesting about this article is it really gets us to ask that question of, we've all had that conversation, and some people do, some people maybe refuse to carry it, but is Nvidia overvalued because of its maybe overreaction within a very short period of time? And is what Cathie Woods is saying, does it have any ground? Is Nvidia overproducing? Is Nvidia, focusing so much on having enough supply that if the demand ends up not, following up, that they can end up cutting spending? And then again, when those adjustments begin to happen, then the price will reflect that, right? As of right now, all we know is that Nvidia is the world leader when it comes down to this, and they are absolutely killing it. It's probably the only company that's AI focused that I am watching that if it does pull on back, I would love to add it to my long-term portfolio. There's no question about that. I do think that based off of recent patterns and how much it's gapped up, right? 85% in just the past 3 months is an absolute insane return. So do I think that some slight correction might be needed? For me, it is, right? For me, it's needed because I need to justify my entry price, and at these high levels of $1,000 when it's up 85% just in the first 3 months, it's just not something that I want to expose myself to with that kind of risk. I love Nvidia. I love what it's doing. I think it's doing an absolute amazing job, but I would like to just pay attention to it, see if any form of correction begins to happen, kind of like what we saw in just the past 2 to 3 trading days. Nvidia went from highs of nearly $1,000 per share, and then check this out. Went from highs of nearly 1,000, pulled all the way back. I mean, it lost, what is that? $100 per share, right? Or even more, because it dropped another 2.77% after market hours. So it's down $120 in really just 24 hours of trading. That is kind of concerning, right? Because this is a really large company, and you're telling me that it just lost over 10% in one trading day, right? In 24 hours. That's pretty significant. So it kind of gets you to ask that question. Maybe it isn't the wildest idea that Nvidia might be a little overvalued and maybe a slight correction is needed, but there is no question that Nvidia is a world leader. Nvidia is a juggernaut of a company, and it's on track to becoming one of the most valuable companies that's publicly traded. No question about that. I just think that with a lot of hype comes, again, potential overreaction. And I just wanted to share that conversation with you guys. So you guys let me know down in the comment section. I hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And again, if you ever want to tune on into my live trading sessions, I hope to see you there on Monday. And that's going to be the second link in the description down below. If you sign up today, you can watch me trade live as soon as Monday when the market opens. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.